How difficult has it been to prepare for Monday's game? Bear in mind that Canvey Island haven't played since the cup draw was made.
So they have played.
Okay.
They've played Chelmsford behind closed doors, and they've played Dagenham behind closed doors. I can imagine it's probably equally as tough for them as it is for us, because I believe they've been allowed the opportunity to train. And I know that they played obviously Chelmsford, not Wednesday just gone, the Wednesday before, and they played Dagenham a week ago today. Fortunately enough for us, we had the footage of the Dagenham game, so we could do a little bit of homework. They changed their shape on 2 occasions in that game and haven't played the shape that they played against Banbury and against Cray Wanderers.
Yeah.
Listen, they've got 16, 17 players to utilise. The team they played against Cray, the team they played against Banbury were like for like. They played a shape that was like for like. It's tough. I don't know how Mark's going to prepare or what he had in his mindset with regards to, does he go full throttle in the Dagenham game? Does he has a look at things? Does he give people 60, 70 minutes? For me, that's Mark's problem. That's not my problem. I can't control Mark's problem. I can only control what we're doing. We've prepared the boys. We've altered our week to an extent. We finished the game against Altrincham, gave them Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. We worked Wednesday, Thursday. We was off Friday. We were in today, being Saturday, and we're in tomorrow to prep with regards to set pieces and for and against and areas to exploit. So again, going back to your question, do I think them not playing any matches, which they have 2 anyway, or a bit of a bitty training regime going to take anything away from their performance? Not at all. I think they're going to be on it. And the task for them is going to be go full throttle, give us 100 minutes, lads, and see what the outcome is. So for me, like I said, it's about us controlling what we can do. Yeah. Matt.
Firstly, congratulations once again on reaching the 2nd round of the FA Cup. For a club the size of Boreham, what do days like Monday mean for the club itself and also for the fans as well?
For the club, I can hear it ringing in my ears, and what he'd say straight away, it's all about the glory. It's all it is. It's having the opportunity to go into the 3rd round is massive. Trust me, myself, the staff, this club and the players are not looking any further than Monday evening. We have a tough task on Monday against the side that are going to be right on it. And yeah, for us to get to the 3rd round, if we do, it's creating history. It's another one that we've achieved together as a group of people. I've been here 15 years, and the personnel in it have been on a journey with the chairman. That group of players have been on a journey with each other. We've hit checkpoints. We went to Wembley. We finished in the playoffs again and went to a semi-final. We beat Blackpool for the first time in the club's history. We have an opportunity to create history again and getting in the 3rd round. It's purely about the glory. Obviously, financially, yeah, brilliant. But trust me when I say this, the chairman don't care. He doesn't care about anything financially. It's about making memories, and he's hot on that. So it's been made very apparent to the group in terms of etching their names in the club's history, because Blair Turgott and Dan Holman had their shirts hung up in around the club, and they'll be forever remembered for what they did, that double substitution. I can hear it now, my hair and back of my neck's gone up. So for this group to get to the 3rd round would be amazing. You touched on for the fans. I'm gutted. I've got one fan there now, Brett Lewis, that I know he'd be chomping at the bit to travel to Canvey, and they're going their numbers. We're missing them hugely. To have that experience with them, because like I said, I touched on it, when we're having the corner prior to the Dan Holman winner, you hear Phil Jackson say, "Oh, Wood," and then we scored a winner. I said it previously in an interview. It pans around, that whole far end, which is now the north stand, erupted. Then it pans round, and Mariano's sitting there with his little one. who's been on a journey with this football club. So to not have the luxury of them in there in person is horrible. It's gutting because they're a massive part of what we're doing at this football club. But to get to the third round, and if it is going the way it's going and having potential fans in the stadium, and to have the luxury of having them rock up in the third round would be amazing. Josh?
With our game being on the Monday, obviously the third round draw takes place prior to our game with Canvey Island. What changes does that make to both ours and Canvey's preparation for the fixture?
Again, I can't talk for Mark. I've been there as an assistant manager of this football club when we faced a team called Hayes and Yedding in the FA Cup, and we knew who both teams had drawn prior to the game. My players will be in Canvey's dressing room from 6:30, will do their warm-up from 7:05 and finish at 7:30 and be preparing for Canvey Island. I can't prepare for the future. I can only deal with the present. So what comes May, when we get drawn out of that bag and we pluck whoever that may be, top, middle or bottom, doesn't affect anything. We go there with a mindset, we need to overcome what Canvey offer up. Does it have a slight incentive for Canvey? I don't know. Are they going to be watching a draw? I don't know. Like I said, I can't control Canvey. I can't control Mark Bentley. I can only control Luke Garrard and Boreham Football Club. And let's hope come 9:30, 9:45, we can enjoy who we have in the third round. But like I said, until then, I'm not looking past Canvey Island on Monday evening. Matty?
You've unfortunately lost Captain Mark Ricketts, who's a very important team member. I mean, it's always difficult to lose your captain, but other than him, who else are you going to be missing on the day? And are you looking fit and ready for the match against Canvey?
So as it stands, we're only missing Mark Ricketts. So Kieran Murtagh, full session today. Corey Whiteley, full session today. In fairness, Corey Whiteley's had 3 full sessions. Kieran Murtagh's now had 2 full sessions. Been in with the physio team with regards to his return to play. Trained superbly as Kieran does. So that gives the boys a lift. Having Kieran Murtagh back in the building, having Corey Whiteley back in the building to bolster what we already have in midfield. So as it stands at the minute, the only one that will currently miss out will be Mark Ricketts. He will be getting on the coach at 4:45 at the club as our club captain. He will lead us as he leads us on a match day. He will ensure that he's going around in the dressing room prior. So as much as he may not have a say in that 90 minutes, 120 minutes or that penalty shootout, he will have a massive influence travelling, during, after. He is a big, big influence to this football club. So he'll be a massive part of it. Matt, again, go on then, Matty.
Your league form isn't what you'd like it to be, but does that sort of go out the window for the cup games? I mean, if you look at goals, you've only managed to score 7 from 9 games, but in the FA Cup, you've scored 5 from 2. So, I mean, it's almost like a completely different story.
It does detract away from the league, of course. Does it have any bearing in the league? No, it don't. It's a cup run. We go there full of confidence. Full of confidence. We need to ensure that if we play like the level we did against Southend for 60 minutes, then we're a match for anyone. And you would have watched the game and you would have seen that. For 60 minutes, I felt we were outstanding. I felt we showed a mental strength, a character to be 2-0 up, to go 2-2, and look like the team going out of the cup, to then go and take the lead again in the extra time, first half, to then lose the lead, or in terms of level the lead with Southend. And then you start your penalty shootout with Shaq Coulthurst and he misses the first pen. And that's the first time that we actually went behind in the tie. So, yeah, the cup run's the cup run, Matt. We know, and I'm not foolish, if we was to play any other team, and I said it about Southend, they hadn't won 1 game of football prior to playing us. I know they've gone and beat Walsall now, but they didn't win 1 game of football prior to that. That FA Cup run was a distraction for them. And it gave them an opportunity to kickstart their season. So for me, yeah, league form, league status goes out the window. It's the FA Cup. I said it before. Great competition. Great competition. We need to ensure we're on our job. Brett?
Did it show how far the football club has come, the fact that we're going into an FA Cup second round match as firm favourites?
Yeah, you say that, But then if we'd drawn Hull, we're not. If we'd drawn Ipswich, we're not. The fact that we've gone there and pulled out Canvey, I don't suggest that shows where we've come. I think we've come a long way as a football club. Off the park, hugely, hugely. On the park, hugely. I have to say, I think we have. I think we're an established National League side now. And the fact we are in the second round, I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly. And nor will Canvey. Nor will Canvey. I'm not foolish. I'm not stupid, because I played with Mark Bentley. I've done my badges with Mark Bentley. I know exactly how he sets up. They play an attractive style of football. They have confidence through their team. I think, I might be wrong, 7 games in the FA Cup to get to this stage. So they're on an unbelievable run in the FA Cup. They're not doing great in the league. Yeah, they've probably got 2 or 3 games in hand on teams, but this FA Cup has given them an incentive to continue doing what they're doing. So going back to your original question, I think the club has made strides. I look at it on a daily basis. Everything that goes on in terms of the facility is astronomical. In terms of a team, I said it, I reckon 2-3 years ago, we need to match the ambition of the chairman, because he was putting standing here, standing there, new Astro, new facility in terms of changing room. I think we're there now. As a club, I think we're marrying up on a first team pitch and off the scenes. So, yeah, being in the second round is brilliant. We went there, Coventry started brilliantly, and their killer killed us. And it was unfortunate. This time round, we're in the second round against Canvey. It's a different beast. So we need to ensure we're right on it. Josh?
When we've spoken previously, you've mentioned obviously that the third round is illustrious and that it's a dream for you to reach that round of the competition. Are the squad fully aware that this is their chance to make history and put a stamp in the history of the club?
I believe so. I believe so. It's been spoken about, and you can see it in them. And that's a funny thing. The FA Cup balls get wheeled out on Wednesday, first session. They're like kids. They're excited that the FA Cup ball's there. It brings that feeling, that excitement. And last year, this happens. Last year, we're wheeling the FA Cup around the BBC studios. We're going up to the Mango Tree. We're going around all the local schools, and the community is starting to bubble. It's starting to get that good feel factor. We haven't had that luxury this year. We haven't had that luxury. So it's been a little bit resentful on that, because it's nice to engage with the local community. It's nice to go around to your local schools and get that good feel factor and that relationship growing between Bournemouth and the club. They know what's at stake. I've got players in there that played in the quarterfinal. I've got players in there that have walked out at Old Trafford. So they know what's at stake. They got to play the game, not the occasion. That's a big thing. I know it's a silly comment in terms of that, but it is really simple. Got to go there with a focus. We have a game plan, how we want to work, how we want to play. If we implement that, we'll cause them problems. We know they have threats. They have threats. They have a shape that can cause you a threat. We need to nullify that. Go on then, May.
So we spoke earlier that Canvey Island, of course, haven't been able to play any competitive games, but they have played a couple of friends against Chelmsford and Dagenham. I'm just wondering, who would you rather be, or what situation would you rather be in? Would you rather be in a situation where you've got 3 weeks to prepare for one game, but you can only really play friendlies, which isn't the same sort of as competitive action? Or would you rather be just playing competitive games, keep going, but not as much time to prepare? Do you feel like you're in a better place or a worse place compared to your opposition today?
We'll see Monday evening. We'll see. Honestly, I feel that we've had a good period now to come off the gas slightly, take stock. We went Saturday, Tuesday, and it was very relentless in terms of the schedule. Travelling down to Torquay, coming back, playing Bromley, and playing a tough game against Altrincham. Yeah, we needed that little bit of rest. In terms of our way of working, our luxury of having that continued competition, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. I'll have to see it at 9:30 on Monday evening. I don't think this will have any bearing on Canvey, because if Mark Bentley needs to do a team talk to his 16, 17, 18 players on Monday evening, then unfortunately I don't want to be involved in football anymore, because you're playing in the second round of the FA Cup, man, and an opportunity to get into the third round. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. As a boy from the age of 4 or 5, watching it with my older brothers and my dad, it's always been a dream of mine to walk out at Old Trafford, to walk out at Anfield, to walk out at the Emirates. That's what Canvey have in their heads as well. So I don't know the answer. What's better? Who's prep? I couldn't tell you. But I know that, like I said, we can only control what we can control. We've had the luxury of working and having a competition in terms of the National League. And we've worked 4 good sessions. We're being our 4th tomorrow. They'll come in, it'll be bright, breezy, short and sharp. Get yourself home, rested, recovered, and go to work on Monday evening. Josh?
As you say, it's unfamiliar territory for us to have 9 days rest for our next fixture, especially with the National League this season. And obviously we've got some players coming back from injury. Will that see a bit of a shuffle of the pack in terms of your team selection?
Are you Mark Bentley in disguise, you? Matt's asked me what injury players have I got back. Now you're doing an inside job for Canvey. I'll see. The beautiful thing is I can shuffle the pack. I've been a little bit restricted in recent weeks with Ricketts, with Corey and with Kieran out. When you go to Wrexham and they're your midfield 3, and then not to have them for the last 4 or 5 games, it's been tough. And if you look at the bench, changing it, yeah, if you have an injury to the defence, you've got Dave Stevens, Woody and Zane. Offensively, you have Shaq and then Ryan Huddart in terms of in goal. So to have the luxury of having Corey back, that gives Corey an opportunity coming off the bench. If Kieran's in, that gives opportunity for Piero to come off the bench, Kieran to come off the bench. So we have a little bit more luxury to affect a game, whether they start it, come on, so on and so forth. So, yeah, it's a better headache that I've got going into Saturday evening as opposed to Friday evening prior to Altrincham, knowing that I've got limited resources available due to them 3 injuries.
After Altrincham, we spoke, and you said you were really gutted that you didn't have a game midweek to sort of put that one to bed, because you didn't want to go into the FA Cup off the back of Altrincham. Unfortunately, that's the way you've got to do it, because there wasn't a game. What are you looking from your players to really respond to that last one and prove to you that they deserve to be in the side and going forward?
What I've seen the last 3 sessions, we spoke at length. We had a chat as a club, as a hierarchy, and I felt that was superb this week. We brought someone in from the outside to have a chat with the boys to try and find solutions, and that was extremely productive. Torquay performance wouldn't go amiss. Solihull performance wouldn't go amiss. I think these are performances. Don't get me wrong. The results weren't where we wanted them, but performances. If we perform at that high level, I think we can cause any team an issue. So that's what we need to get to. We need to get to that high level, that intensity. You got to remember, we come off the back of a 4th or 5th game at Altrincham with the same team, and the only changes was 1 personnel for half hour, Shaq for 65 minutes when Cabs come off at Torquay. Everyone else has been wheeled out for 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. And that's relentless. We've had the luxury now of, like I said, coming off the gas, taking stock, giving boys opportunity to recover. And I'm seeing that Thursday, Wednesday, and today. So hopefully, and I know they will be, chomping at the bit come Monday evening. Josh?
You mentioned Matt Reid there, and obviously he's someone with a lot of history in the FA Cup. How important is it to have a player like that in your dressing room that's been there and done that and walked out in the quarterfinals at the Emirates?
Yeah, no, massive, huge. Obviously, you draw upon all them experiences, and you want all your players to rub that off on the younger ones. So Kane Smith currently probably best cup run is Blackpool with us. Sorbers is most definitely Blackpool with us. So you want him to give that experience. But Kaz went out at Tranmere, scored a hat-trick. because Matt Reed went to the quarterfinal when he's 36 and he wants to rub off his experiences, so can Cabs. So can Cabs go into that higher level team. Look, I'm telling you, lads, when you play as an underdog, you raise your game. All them things. So not even that he wasn't, because he scored the hat trick, but the understanding, the mindset of a lower ranked team. I said it to the group. If Subject A, who are in League One, that was sitting 5th, come to Bournemouth in the FA Cup round 2, you think you can beat them? And it was, yeah, across the group. That's what Canvey think. That's exactly what Canvey think. We can't wait for Canvey. I can't wait for the ref. I can't wait for anything other than we got to be on it. Every single one of us has got to play at our maximum. We cannot carry one player because it's the FA Cup. And we all know what the FA Cup brings. Hence why we're on the box. Why? Because BT Sport, the country, love an underdog. And they want to see an upset, right? It's the only reason why we're on Monday night. So we need to ensure that we ain't the upset. We need to ensure we're not the banana skin, and we need to ensure we're in that third round.